Welcome back to the DT Bishop's YouTube channel and part 3 of our OnShape robot tutorials. So without further ado, we'll get started. I've just created a new document on OnShape and I've called it hands because we're going to make the arms and the hands for the robot. So I'm going to click on sketch. Under the name for the sketch I'm going to call this palm. So I'm just going to click on that where that little pencil mark is. Always try and click on the word. You have to just click on the pencil. Type in palm. And then for the sketch plane, I'm going to select the front. So that's what happy. Don't press the tick like I have. If you do press the tick there, remember just right click and go to edit and it will come back to you. So I'm now going to click on the front, so it's going to spin the object around in front of me. Click on the circle. Click once to start drawing, click again to finish. Dimensions, we're going to dimension this to 6mm and then press enter. So if I'm all happy with that, I can press the tick. I'm going to view it in isometric and we're going to click extrude. So we press the extrude button. I'm going to select palm so I know where it's going. We're going symmetric. And I'm going to change the setting there to 3mm, so it's going to be the same as them holes we made in the body. So if I use the scroll wheel on my mouse to zoom in, I'm now going to apply a fillet. I think it's 1mm to each side that works. Okay, so we've done one side, scroll in again, click on the other side of that. And we will have a rounded edge on both sides. So the next part we're going to do is the arm. So to do that, I'm going to press sketch. I'm going to click on the right plane. So I'm going to rename it again to arm. So we know what this is when we come back to it, if we need to come back to it. And I'm going to click on that right plane. Once I've done that, I'll press the right face. So I'm viewing it nicely there. And then we're going to draw a circle which will need to be resized to 3mm. So click once to start drawing. I just noticed I haven't collected the sketch plane, so that's why nothing's coming up. So if we click out of the sketch plane, zoom out with the scroll wheel and re-click on the thing, so right plane now does appear. We're good to draw this time. Apologise, we're still getting a bit used to this. So we click on that circle. Click once to start drawing. I'm going to drag it out so it's slightly bigger than the thing I'm trying to draw. Resize it down to 3. So double click to change the number. Type in 3. I'm happy with 3. We view it back in isometric. So we click that little button just below the square there. We view it in isometric. Hopefully you're picking up these tips as you go on and you're getting a bit more used to using the software, with this being our third tutorial. Extrude, I want to click on arm. It comes shooting forwards. I'm just going to flip it in the other direction and reduce the length down to 20mm. And press the tick. So that's the arm, that's the palm made. Now we need to think about the fingers. So sketch again. We'll call it fingers. Obviously, the sketch plane is going to be top, and this time rather than doing a circle I'm going to do an ellipse or an oval shape just to make it a bit more interesting and part of the design. So sketch plane needs to be top, as we've just said. We'll click on the top plane first so it skims round. Scroll wheel will just allow me to zoom in, so I'm making that area bigger. And then next to the circle there's that little arrow and I'm going to click ellipse. Now once we click once, it will start drawing it. The first click does in this case the width, the second click does the height, so you have to click it twice. And of course you can dimension it in both them directions as well. So depending where we move our mouse, so up that one first, we change that to 3mm. And then if I click the other, click the ellipse again and move it to the side, I can dimension the other piece, which we're going to change to 1.5mm. Okay, if we're happy with that, view it in isometric just so you can see what's going on. So we're there in isometric. I'll have to use the scroll wheel to zoom in again on that. We'll press the tick to say we're happy, and we're going to go to extrude again. So fingers is selected, so the extrude will pick up which one we're using. Again, it's going to default, it's at 25mm, so we'll change that down to 7. So we've changed it down to 7, and we're going to press the tick to say that we're happy. Now, a clever feature in OnShape allows me to replicate or pattern that finger we've just drawn, so I don't have to draw it again. So I'm going to click this one, which is linear pattern, and change it to circular. Once I change it to circular, I need to change it from part pattern to feature pattern, and then we click, so the feature is going to be extrude 3, but first I'll just put in the axis. So that's the part where we're going to rotate it around, feature extrude 3, and it will come up and it will put 4 fingers on there. I do want 4, but I only want them through 180 degrees, so I don't want them going all the way round. So I type in 180. We can then press the flip button, so they're on the right side. I didn't notice I'd done that. Apply instance we have to do, and I press the tick. Now you notice I've made a mistake there, but I can just go back, right click on edit, and change that little button next to the floor to flip it round the other way. And there we have our hand completed. The radius, I'm just going to put a fillet on the end of each finger, which is going to be, I tried 1, but I think I actually have to do 0.5. 1's a bit too big for it, so we change it to 0.5. So I just type that in there, and then we're done. And that's the end of the video. So again, thanks for watching. If you like our work, please click that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.